Albert Einstein defined insanity as doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. And that's crazy. Now, when we look at our society, or the vast majority of the world's societies, in one form or another, in one way or another, um, materialism and the focus on material gain for individuals is the focus. Even in so-called communist countries now. I'm not saying communism is a better way, but let me talk about materialistic society. Um, Materialistic society is insane. We constantly focus on material and gaining more of it, and a kind of trade that is basically weighted in those who control the market's favor. In capitalistic society, when somebody gains a monopoly, then it is much easier to have the fairer trade as a result all the time, especially if you control like the entire aluminum market, or let's say if you control the entire soda market to one way or another. Now, monopolies are illegal in the United States, but how do people get around them? Um, they get around them this way. When corporations are allowed to employ lobbyists and allowed to basically donate as much as they want to politicians, then our democracy or republic, whatever you want to call it, breaks down. Our democratic system breaks down when there is no cap on the donation per individual that can be contributed to any politician, because you always have greedy politicians, and those with that much money, millions, billions of dollars, are able to put out more ads, are able to employ more people to basically sell them as a person, sell them as a politician, and you can almost entirely secure an election if you have enough, media attention. If you have enough money for media attention to outpay or outspend your rival, then it is very likely that you will win the race, because as a materialistic society, we're very focused on the media, trying to, entertain ourselves, trying to figure out what's going on, but with, the stint that the media places on it, which also plays in the hands of corporations. And we're very focused on, doing what we have to do in our job, but then spending that money in this materialistic society and buying the things that entertain us or make us feel happier when we're not at our job. That's not true for every person, but it's true in, I think, most cases. So I would argue that capitalism always leads to corporatism. It always leads to an increase in materialism and a growing gap between the rich and the poor, and a shrinking middle class, always. And we don't have a lot of examples of this, because the United States is just the best example. And it's happened in the past, but with the industrialization of the world, that really reshuffled the cards. And around the 1900s. Early 1900s. So industrialization really shuffled the cards, and we're still trying to figure out how we've become more materialistic and if it's a good thing, because materialism has always existed. Even in ancient Rome, there was a free trade market, but there really wasn't the same kind of monopolies. There was just monopolies of force, I guess you could say. But regardless, we're still taking in what kind of materialistic societies exist right now. So we're assessing ourselves. But I would definitely argue that materialistic society is insane. We're valuing the same things, the same material over and over again, expecting different results. In Rome, when they had that kind of economy, and then the wealthy were able to buy their way into the Senate or buy senators, and that was during the Republic, not during the Empire. But the wealthy people certainly influenced the Empire, and then after the Empire, certainly influenced bishops and the Pope for hundreds of years. Wealth and based on materialistic gain, based on materialistic value, has always influenced our leaders and has always controlled us to differing degrees. This is why it's hard for people to pick up on it, because every 100 years is very different as far as how this is initiated in our lives and how this happens in our lives. But what we should do instead, I think the vast majority of political values are are very biased. Certainly, communism is not a good alternative. I believe in a combination of democratic socialism and a degree of capitalism, but very much regulated capitalism, I guess you could say. So I'm kind of in between. But what we can do as individuals is just not value money as being the worth of a person, whether it be ourselves or other people. And just that tiny drop of us influencing others by our example will help our society in general. And that's what I'm proposing for anybody watching this to do, is value money less, just a little bit less, and value the worth of people. And try to really contribute to other people around you, as far as whether it be money, whether it be time and effort, whether it be your emotional support. Contribute to people around you and value money less. These are the lessons that I'm trying to get at in this video, and these are the lessons that will bring us away from the insanity of materialistic society. But thank you very much for watching. This has been a short video, especially on a very vast topic, but I hope it was interesting. I hope it was an interesting piece that you can add to your day. If it wasn't, if it was, feel free to shoot down in the comment section below. I will try to get to the comments and respond, but it's been kind of overwhelming recently. If you like this video, let that thumbs up down there. It really helps out the channel. And I will see all of you in the future. Value people more and money less.